The number one question I get asked when I talk about my trips is, how do I decide where to go and how do I start planning a trip? Let me give you a peek into my process. I recently started researching a trip to St. Moritz in the Swiss Alps. A friend of mine that I've traveled with before mentioned that to me, and I've heard of it. I know it is a winter destination for the rich, see and be seen crowd, but my friend and I would not be going there for that. We like to do outdoor walks, maybe mild hikes, ride a gondola up the mountain, do shopping, spas, eat at outdoor restaurants. She told me she wasn't available to travel until next May. I thought that'd probably be a good time. It'll be springtime there. I look up the weather. I was wrong. The weather in St. Moritz in May is a high of about 50. Sorry, that's too cold for those activities that my friend and I like to do. So the next thing I do is keep researching the weather patterns in St. Moritz and find out, when does it start to get warmer there. It doesn't start to get warmer until early July, but that looked promising. Highs in the high 60s to low 70s. Much better. Okay, now I have my time frame. Early July. I take a look to see what other activities might be going on then, to make sure there are no holidays in the country that might shut everything down. Nothing there. I also see a jazz fest, but it looks to be a fairly small local jazz fest. It doesn't look like it would make the hotels go up 3 times in price. And I think, oh, that could be one of our splurges. Maybe we'll get tickets to see a jazz musician that we both like. Another thing I double check on is a scenic train route that we both wanted to take. It's called the Bernina Express, going between St. Moritz and Tirano, Italy. And whose ears perk up at that? Ed the Explorer. He loves riding on trains. I go to the train website. I make sure that the train runs in early July. I check the schedules. Looks like there are plenty of tickets available. Okay, so far so good. Early July, scenic train ride. Then my next thought, because Switzerland's a long flight away, and I don't want to go to just that one city. Where else could I go? What's nearby? Let me show you what gave me the idea. This brochure that I received from my Texas alumni group, a tour to the Swiss Alps and the Italian lakes. Excellent. Now, you guys know I don't like tours, but I can certainly recreate all the ideas from the tour that I like on my own as an independent traveler. Okay, we've got Lake Como and Milan. What do I do next? You're right. Look up the weather in Lake Como and Milan early July. That looks perfect. High 70s, maybe even low 80s for walks around the gorgeous scenery, maybe laying by the pool, eating outdoors. Perfect. Now I have my time frame, I have my weather, I look up any potential activities or holidays in Italy that time of year. We're all good. That really is the first step in deciding where you want to go. You have to look at the weather based on what activities you like to do. Do you like to go to the beach? Then you want it to be hot and dry. Do you like to ski? then you're going to go somewhere that has winter, the time of year that you can travel. You have to be aware of global weather events as well. Make sure that you're not going to a country during monsoon seasons, cyclones. Watch out for hurricane season in the Caribbean. Watch out for floods. You don't want a global weather event to disrupt your trip. And that really, my friends, is the first step in deciding where to go. Look at the weather based on what you like to do. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, and stay tuned for more into my process of planning independent travel.